welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm Phoebe, and in today's video I will be talking about IISMA. Okay, so today is actually Christmas. It's 25th of December. It's 6 p.m. right now in Canada. So a few days ago, I don't know how many days it'll be until this video is uploaded, IISMA Western on Instagram uploaded a story with a question box. This one. And here I am with the honor to answer those questions, whether it's a general questions regarding IISMA or it's a particular one addressing our experience in Western University. I'll probably speak a little mix. I'll probably talk in English, but a mix of Bahasa if I can't find the word in English. Because some words just can't be translated, like sungkan. How do you translate it to English? I have no idea. So consider this as a hearing practice session for the interview. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, I know you guys are waiting for the answer, so without further ado, I'm just gonna answer your questions. So the first question, this is also the most asked question, is awardee yang pakai DET rata-rata berapa skornya? And there's also a similar question asking rata-rata nilai DET or TOEFL or IELTS awardee berapa? For the English test scores, for the IISMA Western awardees, we all took the DT, that's an abbreviation for Duolingo English test. None of us took TOEFL or IELTS. DT is way much faster. It took only 2 days for you to actually obtain the results back, and you can do it from home, like online. I don't know about IELTS, but the last time I took TOEFL, I had to come to the place and like took the TOEFL in an in-person assessment. So Duolingo English test or the DT is very much convenient if you wanna take it from home, and it's way much cheaper. I paid around 750 or like 800 compared to IELTS or TOEFL, which will cost you like more than $1 million or probably like 3 millions for IELTS, right? But please be mindful that not every country accepts the DTs. As far as I know, countries like Australia, they don't accept DT. So if you're thinking of applying to those countries, you can actually check from the IISMA website whether the country or like the university that you're applying to accepts the DT. You probably asked this for a benchmark, right? For everyone who got accepted to Western University, the benchmark is minimum 140. The maximum score is 160. But please keep in mind that this is the first year that Western, like we are the first batch to ever go to Western. We don't have any alumni or seniors from Western, so I don't really know what's the benchmark for Western, but if you're asking for this year's awardees, it'll be minimum 140. Somebody's talking outside and it's really loud, so I'm pouting. Okay, so let's move on to our second question. Tips milih uni pilihan 1 dan 2. Personally, my tips is very simple, and that's only one: purpose. For whichever university you're choosing or applying to, I think why you choose that university or why you choose to go to that particular country is really important for you to know. Because I feel like they really considered the reasoning behind your options, like the options that you pick. So for example, I'm picking Western University. Why? Why do I want to go to Western University? If you provide with answers that say, I have no idea, I just picked it randomly, that would be a 0. Just be honest, but have a reason. Like, a legit reason. Like, even if you don't know, you need to have a reason. I'm not telling you to make up lies or stories, but it's like this. Initially, I only knew the reason behind my first choice because I really wanted to go there. For my second choice, I was lost too. I was like, I didn't know where I want to go. So what I did was I browsed through the IISMA website. I did not have IELTS at the time, and the TOEFL I had was TOEFL ITP, and it's not accepted here. It has to be TOEFL IBT. So I listed all of the possible universities that I wanted to go. And then from that list, I narrowed down by doing a research for each one. Like literally for each one, I would search for their QS rankings, I would search for their campus, do I like it or not, and I would also look up on their residences. This is important because we're staying in residences, so there are like chances for us to stay there, right? So it's important for us to know whether I will like the residence or not, and then what I can do, and then the courses, because we'll be taking like classes there, so it's important for us to know what the courses are. And it came down to like 2 or 3 options. From there, I chose based on the country, which country I really wanted to go compared to the other. So at the end, I have a reason why did I choose my first and second option, even though initially I didn't know which university for me to choose for my second option. What I'm trying to say is that you need to have a reason why. The why is the important factor when you're choosing for a university. Why are you choosing this university? Why are you choosing this country? What's your purpose? What do you want to do there? So those why and what questions are the one that you need to have when you're choosing for your first and second university. Okay, so news. I got hungry in the middle of shooting this video, so I got a tiramisu cheesecake. This is from Filthy Phillies. They had a buy one get one on Uber Eats yesterday. If you guys are applying to Western and you got accepted, you have to try Filthy Phillies. It's really good. They sell poutine. They also sell sandwiches and fried cheese curds. I love fried cheese curds. Okay, I'm talking nonsense, I'm so sorry. Let's move on to our third question. I think it connects a little bit to the previous question. The question is, why did you choose Western? Honestly, Western is not my first choice. My first choice was University of Pennsylvania, UPenn, because that's an Ivy League and I really wanted to go there. But I didn't get accepted there. And yeah, Western was my second choice. As I mentioned before, I didn't know which university to pick for my second choice. I initially wanted to apply to Australia, but Australia did not accept DET. So Australia was clearly out of my options. And I also didn't want to go to countries where I don't speak the languages of. So like Germany, Dutch are also out of my options. And I was left off with the USA or Canada or the UK. My mom suggested me to go to Canada. She felt like Canada is a very safe country, like for living alone, because I'm gonna be living alone, right? Not technically alone because we're here with the other awardees, but you know what I mean. And second, my childhood best friend is here in Canada. She's in Vancouver though, but still it's closer, right, than if I were about to go to like the USA or the UK. And out of the 3 options, I honestly only knew UBC, the University of British Columbia. But the problem was the courses offered was something around forestry, like biology and forestry, and I'm an international business major, so I didn't think that's a right choice for me. So UBC was out from the start because, okay, no forestry. I didn't want to take anything related to forestry. I was left with 2 options, that's Waterloo and Western. Okay, so when I was browsing through the IISMA Western, I browsed the courses, and one of the courses in Western called Cognitive Psychology, it caught my eye. I saw the feedback. So I saw the feedback from the students taking that course, and they said like the courses are really fun, everyone's looking forward to that course every week and stuff. Oh, and if you want to look up for those kind of feedbacks or like reviews from the people who had taken that course, you can actually go to their official website, not IISMA's but the university's official website. You can search up the course and you'll be able to like see their reviews and feedback if that'll help you to pick your universities. But the reason I chose Western is as simple as, other than after narrowing down and stuff, my only reason choosing Western is that cognitive psychology course. That's it. I totally did not regret choosing Western. Like, I have no regrets that I chose Western, neither that I'm not accepted in my first choice. Well, yeah, if that makes sense though. Let me take a bite of my cake. Oh my god, I ruined them. This is a Q&A and mukbang. The 4th question is major in Western. Okay, I'm sorry, the question got me thinking, but I'm gonna answer anyway. If you mean our initial majors, when we're applying for Western. I'm in international business management, and for the other awardees, one is in math, she's actuary, one is also business. Let me just say their names. Felis is math, Hedy is business, and then Shafani is physics, Akmi is English literature, Jessica is product design, Yalita is information technology, Rivda is livestock technology and production, like farming, I guess. Faris is industrial engineering, and Shalfa is engineering. But if you're asking for our majors in Western, like literally what the majors are that we're taking in Western, most of us are under social science and some are under arts and humanities. But the thing is, the major we're registered under is not the literal major that we're taking. To explain it better, it's like I'm registered under social science in Western. However, 2 out of my courses are not from social science department. So I'm taking philosophy, psychology, neuroanatomy, and data science. Data science is under social science, and psychology is also under social science. But philosophy is under Department of Philosophy, and neuroanatomy is under Department of Science. Not social science, like science, literal science. So we're just registered under a certain major, depending on from which major we take most of our courses from. It's more or less like that. Okay, 3 questions done. Now let's move on to our fourth. Our fourth question is, tes kebangsaan itu dilaksanakan setelah dinyatakan lulus seleksi berkas kah? Oh, do you mean tes kebinekaan? We don't really have anything called tes kebangsaan, but if what you mean is tes kebinekaan, then yes. It is the second stage. So after you submitted all of your documents, if you passed the first stage, you will get a notification, and then you will have to do the tes kebinekaan. Okay, now move on to the 5th question is, should we have a passport to submit in documents registration? If you mean like the first stage where you submit all your documents to apply for IISMA, I don't think so. You will need it after you get accepted, I believe. Because your IISMA like desktop, your dashboard, the dashboard will change its appearance. And when you're applying, there's no slot to actually submit your passport. You might have to check this again later in the eligibility in the IISMA website. Okay, wait, let me just check it for you. Yeah, no. So the required documents are recommendation letter signed by Head of International Office, or KUI, English proficiency certificates, IELTS, TOEFL, IBT, or Duolingo, an academic transcript, and bear in mind that your academic transcript has to be in English. And there are declarations that you will have to fill and sign. You will be able to obtain them through the IISMA site. But no, passport are not required throughout the selection process. It'll be required later after you got the announcement whether or not you're accepted to IISMA, but before the announcement, no worries about it because you don't need them yet. Okay, now 5th question done. Let's move on to our 6th question. What's the weirdest or hardest question you got in the interview, and how did you answer it? To be honest, my interview wasn't weird at all. The questions I got were mostly based on what I wrote in my essay and CV. Some of them are of course impromptu questions like, can you live far away from your family? But I did not remember getting questions that are weird or like hard to answer. This might not be weird, but I just did not see it coming. So during the interview, we're not allowed to use any virtual backgrounds. So my background was the wall in my room, like one of the wall in my room. And it happened to be my Polaroid wall, right? And it's like shown like clearly through my camera. So she asked me who are the people in those pictures and what does that Polaroid wall means to me. So like, why did I put up those pictures? Why did I print them and stick them to my wall? And also under my Polaroid wall, there's like a shelf where I put plushies. yeah, there were like lots of plushies there. So she asked me, why do I have lots of plushies, and are there any background story behind each of the plushies? And my answer was casual. Like, I really told her the truth because the question was so casual, so I just answered it like truthfully, like what I have in my mind and in my heart at that very moment, because I really didn't see it coming. But otherwise, I didn't really recall any of the questions that are like weird or hard. But from a friend I heard, they asked about the oil crisis. That's what my friend told me. She asked about the oil crisis and what will you do about it. I didn't know how she answered the question though, but yeah, that was the hardest question I ever heard during the IISMA interview process. Okay, moving on to the next question. I'm really sorry, I lost count on what number we're on right now. So I'm just gonna say the question. How to create a great essay dan ba achievements yang wow banget? You don't need, of course you do need achievements, but it's not always about your achievements. Like, I would personally say you need to know how to present yourself. It's as if I present you a food that looks so ugly. Like, if it looks like a puke, even if it tastes like the best food in the world, and I told you that, you wouldn't believe it. So the most important thing is how you present yourself in your essay. I'm waiting for the air conditioner to actually stop making noises. Oh my god, I look so pale. Well, it's almost bedtime. I mean, it's like, can you see it? It's 10:30, so I don't have any makeup on me. That's the exact same thing. I'm not saying that achievements are necessary. Of course, it is crucial to determine whether you will get accepted or not. But it's not the only thing. I would say, first thing that you need to have is a goal. What's your goal in life? At least in university. Like, what do you want to achieve? And second is what you're good at. Like, are you good at sports? Are you good at academics? Are you good at arts? Whatever you're good at, you need to know that. Like, you need to know who you are. And the third one is to know where to place yourself, how to brand yourself. When you already know who you are, you need to present it well. Because here's the thing, whoever reads your essay, they don't know you from scratch. And they need to know you only from those essays. So what you need to do is to show who you really are through those 200 to 300 words worth of paragraph. So not the achievements, but the best of you. If the best of you is your achievements, then put it there. But if the best of you is doing sports, then put it there. If the best of you is doing makeup, then put it there. Whatever is the best of you, put it there. That's what you want to show them. It does matter if you have achievement or not, but achievement is not the only thing. So you don't really need to worry. And lastly, what you need to know is the techniques on writing essays. You don't want to start with, hi, I'm Phoebe. I don't suggest you to start with that. Like, the technique of writing an essay, you know, there's a hook and then there's a ending sentence. You can search on Google like how to write a hook for an essay and how to have a beautiful closing sentence and stuff like that. Whatever that makes your essay catchy. Remember, you're competing with probably like 10,000 other people for next year, so you really want to grab the interest of the reader from the very first place. Yeah, I guess that's my answer. Okay, now let's move on again to the next question. Does GPA affect the acceptance in IISMA? Yes and no. It goes the same with the achievements that I mentioned earlier. Like, yes, they consider your GPA, but GPA is not the only thing. I know someone with a GPA of 4 who is not accepted, and I know someone with a GPA of 3.2 who is accepted. So I would say yes and no. I think it would be like this. If your GPA is comparably high, let's say 3.95, but then you got nothing else, like you don't know what you want to do in life, you don't know why you apply for IISMA, you don't know why you apply for that university, I don't think your GPA will help you. Because here's the thing. The first requirement to join IISMA is that you have a minimum GPA of 3, right? And I believe everyone agrees that 3 is already an okay level of GPA. So you're competing with everyone who has a GPA of 3 and above. A GPA of 3.95 or 4. That will of course help you in a way, but not all of the way. GPA, standing alone, it doesn't define who you are, like as a person. And I think they also consider who you are as a person. Like, are you a good person? They would want to send people who are reliable enough of their own lives. So in conclusion, GPA does help you to compete with others in a way, but that's not necessarily the only thing that you have to prepare or worry about. It doesn't guarantee that you will get accepted into IISMA. So does it influence your acceptance in IISMA? Yes. Is it the only thing that will influence your acceptance in IISMA? No. So instead of worrying, this is to all of you. If you have a good GPA, like a very, very good GPA, that's good for you. Use that as a booster for yourself to apply for IISMA. But if you don't have, it's still above 3. That's the requirements, right? So you don't have to feel small. That's what I'm trying to say. Find other parts, other side of you that you want to show. This is me. This is the thing that defines me. This is what I'm good at. This is who I am. This is what I want you to see me as. Okay, so the next question is, I saw that Western University accepted 10 students this year. Is it possible to accept more next year? Honestly, I have no say in this matter. Like, you wouldn't even know how many people will get accepted until you get accepted and you meet your friends. So this year, there were 10 students accepted, right? We didn't know that there will be 10 students accepted to Western University. We just applied. We didn't even know how many people applied to a particular university until all the selection process are finished. There were 7,501 this year, and I believe next year would be more than 10,000 students. So it could be more. I know universities that used to accept more but accepted less this year, but since Western is this is the first time Western is on the list for IISMA, we don't really know whether it's a constant number or not. I wouldn't say that there is no possibility for it to accept more students. I think it depends of how IISMA consider our results here, and also their discussion with the Western University itself. They will have meetings. I know that they have meetings between IISMA and Western University that probably discuss that. Further than that, I have no say in this matter because it's just not something predictable. It's really, really beyond our hands. So I'm sorry I couldn't provide any more information other than that. Now, moving on to the next question. Pernah ngalamin rasisme nggak di sana? No, not at all. Not a single time. Western University is a very diverse university. You will meet people from Korea, China, Japan, France, German, India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines. You'll meet students from everywhere around the world. There are tons, thousands of international students. You wouldn't even believe that there are that many international students. And people here, in Canada, Canadians, there really holds a privacy for daily conversations. People don't really talk about religions, skin color, or anything that are considered as a sensitive topic that might invade someone else's privacy. So for example, if you're making a friend, the only thing they would ask is probably, what year are you in? And when you said, oh, I'm third. Oh, are you an international student? You'd say, oh no, I'm an exchange student. And they would ask oh, where are you from? And you answered Indonesia, and they would say, oh, that's so cool. They would appreciate everything here. They don't look down on people based on where they come from, what language do they speak, their skin color. No, they don't do that. I found Canadians really nice. Not that Indonesians are bad, but Canadians are just friendly on another level. So racism here is not a thing. You're not allowed to be racist here. That's just Canadian by default. There's a story that I can tell you about is Western have student associations, and they have lots of cultural student associations like Korean Student Association, Philippines Student Association, Vietnamese, Chinese. And even if you're not a person of that ethnicity, you can join the association, and believe me, like, they don't neglect you, they don't exclude you just because you're not their people. I joined the Korean Student Association, and even though I'm not Korean, they treated me well. They never even asked where I came from until they knew by accident that I'm Indonesian. They were shocked, like, "You're Indonesian? That's so cool!" That was their reaction. People here are really nice, so if you're worrying about racism, no. There's no racism in Western. There's no racism here, personally, from my experience. I'm not sure about other parts of Canada, but I believe that Canadians are really nice, so you don't really have to worry about those kinds of things happening if you're applying to Canada, or especially Western. Okay, so the last question. Lots of you asked the tips to get accepted. Sum up the video. That's all the tips. I'm gonna tell you a little about the process. So the first one is document selection. That's where you upload your biodata through the website and your essays. Be true to who you are while you're doing your essay. Later on in the interviewer will read your essay and sometimes question about those things in your essay. And believe me, even if you manage to lie in your essay, it would be hard for you to maintain your lies in the interview. So for the essay, try to show the best version of you, but also be true to yourself. Don't make things up. Don't try to sugarcoat things. And then the second one is tes kebinekaan. I would say be honest. Don't try to pick answers that you think would get you in if that's not your real answer. It might be hard to digest what I'm trying to say because you don't know the type of questions, but once you see the questions, you will know what I mean. The third one is CV and then interview. And the fourth one is you'll get accepted. Prepare well for your CV. You'll only have a very short amount of time to upload your CV. And for the interview, practice. Practice makes improvement. Like, do not memorize all your script. Practice your English. Practice everything. You can search up interview questions. Some of them are similar. And you can practice what you want to answer, but don't memorize them. Oh, especially don't read your script during interviews, because people can actually see when you're reading. Your eyes wouldn't be focusing on the camera, but you'll be focusing on your screen reading the script, and your eyes will move like this, like along the script, and it's not good for an interview, so don't do that. And lastly, I would say prepare for your English test. I did it quite last minute. I didn't really prepare that much, but I don't suggest you to do that because it frustrated me. And the really last tip, you need to also know there is part of this selection that's also come from luck. So if you're not accepted, as long as you tried your best, sometimes it's just life. You need to know that. Be yourself, be confident, but remember to always be true to yourself. So that is all the question for today. Thank you for those who are asking through IISMA Western Instagram story. And if you still have any curiosity, like further curiosity, feel free to hit me up on my Instagram. I'll put it here. So that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope this video could be helpful for the future IISMA awardees. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications, and I'll see you on other occasions. Bye bye!